what we are learning at this point in time is that an earthquake has been felt in New Delhi. Tremors have been felt in the national capital as well. We're not sure of the intensity or the scale on the Richter at this point in time, but information coming in that tremors have been felt in New Delhi, and that is in fact one of the very many tremors that have been felt in North India, especially Delhi NCR, in the last few days. On Saturday, on the 3rd as well, there was an earthquake in Nepal in which a number of people did die. Pia, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to give us more details about this. Pia, what do we know? Pia, what do we know about this earthquake? Please speak.
Yes, indeed, Vineet. We are getting to know that tremors have been felt in and around the national capital at the moment. We're, of course, live in the newsroom at the moment. You can see right behind me is a TV screen. Just mere moments ago, this was indeed shaking rather violently, if I may say so. But this is what we're getting to know. We are awaiting more details at the moment. But in and around the national capital region, we are definitely getting to know that tremors have been felt. In fact, while in the newsroom itself, our computer systems were also shaking. There were water bottles placed on our desks that were also, in fact, shaking due to the tremors that were felt. But this is, of course, the latest that we are tracking for our viewers. The tremors have been felt in and around the national capital region. We are, of course, awaiting more details at the moment regarding the epicenter as well as the intensity of the earthquake. We are awaiting more details regarding what exactly was the magnitude of the earthquake. But this is, of course, what we are, in fact, showing our viewers. Once again, I'd like to remind my viewers that right here on our TV screens, these TV screens were in fact shaking rather violently. They were shaking like this, but of course this is what I can share with you as well as our viewers. For the moment, we are of course awaiting the official statistic, the details regarding the intensity, the magnitude of the earthquake, what exactly was the magnitude on the Richter scale to be released. But as of now, this is what we have for our viewers.
Devika is also joining us on the broadcast to give us more details. Devika, another earthquake felt. One was felt on Saturday. That happened to be a big one. It took many lives in Nepal as well. I'm confident that more details will come out momentarily. But what do we know so far?
Right, Vineet, right now, unfortunately, we're all scrambling for information because we've not yet received enough information. The only reason why we've managed to put out the news like everybody else is because we have felt it real time, the earthquake taking place. All of our chairs, as Pia was pointing out, things that were kept on our tables, it started shaking. We felt it literally happening in the newsroom, and that's when we realized that there's an earthquake that has taken place. What I can tell from personal experience is that I felt the tremors for about 10 to 15 seconds, Vineet, not more than that. I remember the last time around it was much longer. It was the entire time that we were going out of the building that we continued to feel the tremors. But this time around, it was just about 10 to 15 seconds, but it was strong enough for most of us to feel that something is happening, and that's precisely why we've put out this news. We're constantly tracking, agencies and other aspects of social media to understand what exactly has happened, but we're expecting to receive some information shortly. Unfortunately, there's not much information about the epicenter at this point in time. Last time around it was Nepal, and the tremors were felt in Delhi. We're of course hoping that wherever the epicenter was, those areas are safe. And of course, like I said, on social media, people have started now putting out visuals of their furniture, their ceiling fans, etc. shaking in their homes. And like everybody else, we're also waiting for more information to come in. But for now, all we know is that a few minutes ago, strong tremors were felt in Delhi. Several people have now confirmed this as well. Several news agencies have in fact confirmed the same as well to us.
All right, strong tremors have been felt in Delhi, and they have happened in succession. The last one was felt on Saturday, which was the 3rd of November, and we all know where that came from. Nepal was the epicenter of that earthquake, which took a number of lives as well. A lot of people were injured. A lot of building also collapsed as a result of that earthquake. It was a strong one. It had a magnitude of about 6.4, and it struck in western Nepal on Friday night. More information, like my colleagues have enunciated, is awaited. The epicenter of this earthquake is going to be known. The department is, however, going to take some time and figure out, but social media is abuzz with the images and videos of things around people shaking, and this is also driven to a sense of concern amongst experts, whereby a number of these earthquakes have increased in frequency in the last few days. In fact, Sumit, if you're there with us, I'd like to ask you about the same. Sumit?
In fact,
Sumit, did you feel the earthquake? And you know, this is becoming quite frequent for North India. There definitely has to be a study of the seismic activity under us.
Yeah, Vineet, when I was talking to you, after a minute, when General Katoji was talking, I could see my table, my chair, everything shaking. And because we was on the camera, I could not run away. I live in an apartment. It's quite up where I live. So, you know, if you look at a height, you feel it much more than what you feel in a landed property. So there was quite a earthquake, and we were really shocked what happened a couple of days back, what happened today, Vineet. And the tremors were, I think, for 45 seconds to a minute. They were coming. I could see my whole thing shaking. I could really feel it, but as I was live, so I could not leave. But this is something which is worrying, Vineet. And anyway, we are on this, what you call today, a circle of fire. That means Delhi can have a very big earthquake someday. I mean, that is what the seismic zone we are in, and the circle of fire we are in. So that is what it is, and we are, really concerned what is going to happen. And when you live in apartments, Vineet, the what you feel is much bigger than as compared to a landed property. I mean, where you are, you would not feel so much as where I was when we were talking. That is where it is, Vineet.
Mr. Sachdev, do you think that this is becoming all too frequent and could be a big part of global warming as well? What do you make of this? I know this is away from the topic that you signed up for, but definitely as a concerned citizen, what is your take on this?
I'm a little definitely concerned. I mean, I think we know that Delhi sits on a fault line apparently, right? That's one. And yes, the frequency somewhat has been, going up, it seems. Earlier used to be rare or very infrequently. But I think the past few years, we've been hearing more and more. And apparently this is, the tectonic shift of, let's say, the Indian peninsula pushing upwards, which is causing the rise of the Himalayas itself. I think Himalayas, their height has risen by a couple of inches or few inches or so, X years or something, or X number of years. So there is this tectonic plate shift going on. So if I recollect, I think most of seismic experts have said that Delhi, the zone where we are, could be in for a major earthquake sometime. We don't know when that sometime is in, in these terms could be a few years, 100 years or 1,000 years. But we are definitely sitting on a danger zone, it seems. By the way, I didn't feel anything. I don't know, I'm running a bad cold, so maybe that. But I did not feel anything. And apparently from the media reports that you're citing and saying,
all right,
everyone is saying it's a strong earthquake. So,
all right, we'll find that out, sir. But appreciate everybody joining us and speaking on this unexpected development as well.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.